All right, let's go.
It begins. It begins.
It has begun, Shang Tsung style.
Oh, I got my title back. See that behind me?
I see that.
Got my title back.
That's not yours. Ah! I love it because it's a blurry figure in the background. Some unknown, the unknown man holding the title.
Well, got Jordan here in tow, just off the hottest weekend known to men. Is that how I say that?
Actually, it was quite chilly.
Super hot.
Hot.
Someone tried to get a fire going. It's all right.
Rain and cold wasn't stopping him. No siree.
Oh. How was your first day back at work, event planner Jeff?
I was not a fan. If we're being honest, not a fan. And I even thought of like when I got up today, I'm like, I needed the security day. I'm like, I needed that safety day that Matt holds so dear. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I don't want to be back in the real world yet. And I think it hurt more knowing that you and Jordan were still not back. And I'm like, oh, they're probably enjoying their time. I'm like, they're not working today. Like they're going to do neat stuff.
It was a buffered. I mean, you need the buffer day. I know you don't because you penny pinch your PTO. That's going to be your autobiography title, I'm sure. But hey, at least you got to be home. It's different when you got to go somewhere.
It's very different when you have to go somewhere.
You had to drive in the rain yesterday to get home. You made good time, I got to say. You must have just been like, fuck it. I just don't want to be driving anymore.
I stopped for gas in Homer, and I went in, took a bathroom break because I had stopped my car, and then I just gunned it home. So yeah, I made decent time. And the rain luckily cleared up about halfway. So by the time I got home, it was low 70s and sunny out.
Well, yeah, Jordan and I've got trip to tomorrow. Well, Tuesday to Thursday. So when this app drops, it is on the morn of the Bruins Sabres game. Dude, I just realized I have to like get this up before we leave tomorrow. God damn it. Now I have chores. Now I gotta do something before I want to do it. Fuck. Damn it. All right, let's go.
Old souls with the past to pretend it. Strangely familiar like a two we both know. Living the reruns from a long time ago. Levels we cleared and the battles we lost. 20 years gone, but we still count the cost.
So, event planner Jeff, how do you feel about your event planning? How do you feel about the success of the trip?
I think it went.
Before you go, Jordan and I just met up with super producer Steve, super bachelor Steve, and Allison, his fiance, and I got his feedback. So I want to hear yours first.
Wow. Okay. All right. So, generally the experience I think was pretty good. As you know, kind of telling the tale of the event is good way to start out. We were able to get in a little early. That helped. That was good. Kind of a good way to kick things off. And we did officially get a response from.
Did we get a review?
From a review from the owner.
Okay.
Let me see here if I can remember how to pull these up. Jeff and his group were fantastic guests. I'd welcome them back anytime. Let's go.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jordan, we were fantastic guests, and we'd be welcome back anytime, just so you know. He said, oh.
I'm so relieved.
He's very relieved.
So that means whatever Rob was doing outside didn't break anything, didn't create any issues, which is really nice.
The other thing I think is one of the cameras, the ring camera on the back porch, and that's where a lot of like the evening action went down in terms of the hot tub or boozing or Rob screaming at 3 or 4 in the morning out into the middle of nowhere. Fortunately, this place was in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. this log cabin that
I have
houses
been in the
15.
middle of nowhere, where I would call middle of nowhere a lot of times in New York. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty in the middle of nowhere.
To get to the house, you had to turn down a road that said dead end,
Yep.
and keep going through the mud. There was no road. The road was dirt and mud.
It looks like someone
and
once laid
crevasses.
down some stones one time, maybe years and years ago when it was first built. But yeah, it was off the beaten path, but that worked for what we wanted to do. So no, it wasn't a problem, but it was just in the middle of nowhere.
It had all the. I mean, yeah, we got in at I don't know what check-in time was 4, and you smooth talked him. I was like, hey, how about 2:30, bud? Huh? How about it? Got a bunch of hungry guys coming in, just real excited, all horned up to hang out with each other and use your pool table for guy stuff. Let us in a little bit early, huh? Well, let's have our way with it.
And we still weren't the first ones there. So
I know. That's yeah.
we still weren't the first ones in there. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it went well. A little chaotic with trying to organize something with that many people. We had people come and leave and come again, and then people that came a day late, people that left a day late, people that went missing for hours on end, people that went missing were presumed to be coming back and never showed their faces again. Mm-hmm. So it's a wild card, really hard to keep everyone in check, but luckily, well, no, I was going to say everyone who left didn't drive other people, but that's actually inaccurate. We did have someone who took an Uber 45 minutes away so that he could drive home where his car was. But hey,
just couldn't get out of there fast enough. Yeah, at some points it was like,
I think that,
'cause I missed a major part of one night. Like part of, I really explored who I am, which is to have some drinks and lay down in a massage chair and just absolutely refuse to get up. So like part of what I do. One night,
yeah,
I think first night. So I mean, there was the movie theater set up. It had like 8 massage chairs with a big screen TV. We had the pool table, had the dartboard, the Pac-Man machine, the Papa Shot, all in the basement. So night one, pretty much everybody hanging out there, rocking the tunes.
Night one, we did a really good job of using the amenities,
using the space.
Yeah.
And after that, Jordan and I basically turned it into our own little man cave because nobody else came down after day one. It was very bizarre.
It was funny because like
Yeah.
because I think part of it was because people were still filing in, so like when they'd file in, we were like your typical layout of a house, folks, is like the kitchen and living room are open areas. So like people just kept congregating in. So like people were hanging out up there, and like Jordan and Matt would just, you guys would just pop up, just temperature checks every once in a while. Maybe getting something out of the fridge or something, but it's like not even like not saying hey to people. It's just like, hey guys, what's going on? All right. Well, we're gonna go back downstairs if anyone wants to go. Like, we heard you hooked up the switch and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah,
yeah.
And I kept meaning to like, oh, I should go down because the downstairs, we all admitted, the basement of this place was a lot cooler than what even the pictures depicted. So it makes sense that you guys kept gravitating towards the cool shit and didn't feel like we were just in someone's living room. Like you guys went towards the things that make sense because you're like, I don't have these at home, but no.
And I think, especially after the first night, it was just survival mode after that. So I sort of get it because, you keep coming up. I mean, I would have been down to do something, but it kept seeing like it was a period of stasis where it was just, you'd come up and see like 7 guys just on their phone on the couch. It's like, okay, not a lot going on here. Okay, I'm just going to go back down. Just like one of those kind of deals. And then some guys would arrive, maybe a little bit of food. But then you led the charge for the card games, I think. For some of those. Another fellow brought the retro games. It was just so funny, though, because the TV in the living room was so much smaller than the downstairs TVs. And it was quad boxed for the NCAA games, too. So you had to, like, stand up and watch it, like Michael Scott in that episode of the house party.
Not even like the smaller TV. Like there were 3 TVs downstairs. 3 of the 4 TVs downstairs were larger than that TV. Like it really was funny. Yes, and there was quad boxing, but yeah. but it went well. I think the concept of people that weren't familiar with each other, as assumed what was going to happen, went fine. People met people. People got along. There was literally no thing that got out of hand. Not that I'm saying that anyone was expected to be rude, but when you add alcohol, you never know if someone's going to slip up and say something that maybe someone else that they don't know finds offensive. Like, as far as I know, nothing like that happened. Yeah, there was retro video game. There was NES. There was Nintendo 64. There was switching. But there was also things that didn't happen. I brought some board games. They never got taken out of the bag. I brought a PlayStation 5 that we were very convinced we were going to play Jackbox games on.
Dude, you overpacked
Never
so
even
hard.
took it out. And you want to
brought board
I thought about
games,
that.
even though the house had board games.
I brought, and we used one of the house's board games. We actually played a game of Risk. So for any of you that are Risk players, we did squeeze one in. I performed poorly, but anyway, I realized when I drove home, I'm like, you know what? That first night, if I had been adamant and like busted out the Jackbox, or even Friday, I'm like, we would have gotten the crowd to play. But since it never got hooked up day one, it was like destined to never get hooked up. I should have, when we got there, I should have been like, I'm going to hook this up so that when it's time to play, there's no obstacle of hooking it up in the way. And I think that's what it always ends up being, is that it's like, oh, let me just hook up the PlayStation. I wasn't gonna hook it up. It was never gonna.
That's what I was feeling. I was like, if somebody would have come down when Jordan and I were playing Mario Wonder on that big beautiful TV and been like, hey, we're gonna do this, would have been like, cool. I get it. It's just two of us. Let's go for what the party needs. But it never happened.
It never came up.
And then one of my MVP moments of the weekend, I think, is when I fell asleep. Jordan and I watching a Bruins game one night, and you had made a delicious spread of tacos with the taco seasoning, which you made a special trip for, and we were just pounding them. This was after we played a game of King's Cup, so Bob brought the greatest attraction of the weekend, which was the King's card game. But it's, it tells you what to do on it, so you can't forget. But you can read them wrong.
Stuff.
We can read them wrong.
And we did.
Yes, we did. But it's a great way to just get drunk real fast, really efficiently. It worked. And after that, after the tacos, and again, this was like the first night. So the first night, everybody went pretty hard. Like it was a good time. And I celebrated by watching the hockey game for about 30 seconds and falling asleep with a plate. Well, first, Jordan had to remind me that we were going downstairs, and I tripped over the last step with a plate of taco. So then I decided to make a plate of nachos instead and bring them down.
Which was safer, of course. We're like, whoa, these tacos are dangerous. I should just do nachos.
Yes, get on the recliner. And not only that, get a blanket. Get a house blanket, one that belongs to the fine people.
Really tuck yourself in.
I woke up several hours later with my hand in ground meat that was in between the cushions on the blanket of this recliner chair. Dude, it made me pee ground meat. That's how it works, right? If you put somebody's hand in ground meat. It was truly disgusting. And just trying to clean that up was awful. I think I got most of it. I was just like barehanding like meat and sauce and cheese onto a plate.
Yeah, there's really no recovery. Yeah, you just kind of go like, I guess this is the move.
Mm-hmm. And then on night 2, similar. Those chairs got me. I think we played another game of King's Cup, and then everybody was still arriving. The ping pong, the beer pong tournament was getting set up. And I was like, this is taking too goddamn long. I'm going to go just watch TV downstairs for a minute. And I did. And I woke up probably 20 minutes later to find out that it was like 3 hours later, and I had missed everything. Came upstairs.
I woke up 20 minutes later to find out 3 hours had passed.
It felt like only 20 minutes. Just woke up there, and everybody's playing new games on the table.
Matt got DQ'd.
Hey, sleepyhead.
He never even got to play in the beer pong tournament. He was the only guy invited to this event, and he never even got to play in the beer pong tournament. Don't worry though, your replacement,
Matt.
Your replacement showed up. Me and I lost both of the games. So I also held a record for playing in a double elimination beer pong tournament and lost 4 times.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to do that. Mm-hmm. and that's when I think that was a tough night to miss because a lot of the new people came in. I mean, I got to know them the next day or so. So it was, you're right, the idea of like there's definitely like blended personalities and different groups there. What's cool is I think I held the record for the oldest and the shortest. So that's something, you
Nice.
know.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't
I
even
think
think about the
yeah, it's
shortest.
kind
Good
of
for
a
you.
those are my superlatives from the weekend.
Oldest
And I
and
take
shortest.
yes, looking for that's maybe I'll put that on a Tinder bio. Just put that recently won an award for the shortest and the oldest at a bachelor party. I knew that from the King's Cup. Yeah, they remind you. They remind you about
Remind you of your
your
follies.
age and your height. Um, yeah, basketball was happening, grilling. Shane, our league mate, I mean, met him for the first time. Met a few guys for the first time. Jordan met everybody for the first time. Shane's wife hooked it up. I mean, we had like way too
Yep.
much food too. Somehow, some way, it was kind of remarkable. But everybody
Yeah.
brought something to the table.
And there were
it
chip
liter-
witches.
Yes, that was
I don't remember who.
unexpected.
I think Tim may have brought them on one of his travels. But that box of chip witches, that was pretty clutch.
I can't tell if I really admired the person who went home every night and came back the next day, or if I thought it was a serious danger to society. It's a lot of back roads, so it's okay. But it's like, huh, drove home, huh? There you go.
Well,
There you go.
like I was saying, I was like the thought process was is I'm like, I don't know what he was. I didn't monitor his drinking because I didn't
did not
think
either.
that was happening at any point. So there was no like. I thought he was staying, so it was never like, oh, I'm gonna monitor and make sure he's like. I couldn't tell. I don't know. Like beats. I was focused on my own. So, yeah. I mean, ill advised. But you know what? Whatever. I guess.
Everybody's okay.
He's
I mean,
alive.
you're the only
I
one that got
guess.
pulled over.
Yes. That did happen.
Yes.
Some people are
by,
going to find out that I'm just
by
a rebel.
sheriff's
I'm a
deputy. Yeah, puberty mustache. It's a young kid out there trying to make a name for himself.
yeah. Some child pulled me over. A Seneca County deputy pulled me over, and like the three of us, Jordan, Matt, and I, were all just riding in the car, and then I like see the lights flashing, and like I'm like, am I speeding? Because I saw that there was a township coming up and it said speed limit 35, and I'm like, oh shit, am I going 50? And it's actually like 35 here. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, oh, he's definitely flashing me because there's nothing else around here. So I go up a little bit further and pull over so that that's a move I make. If I get pulled over, I don't get pulled over all the time, but if I get pulled over, I usually don't pull over on the side of the road. I try to find somewhere to go to pull over. Like I'm a guy who pulls over
Parking
in a
lot. Get off the
parking
road.
lot.
Yeah, don't be an obstruction.
So, get off, turn off my car, roll down my window, turn off my radio, like put my hands in the steering wheel.
all the things.
Hey, I'm not here to murder you. I'm not here to threaten you. Let's start off on the right foot. He's like, hey, you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, nope, not really. He's like, you rolled through that stop sign. And I'm like, huh. Like, I don't remember what I said, but I remember being baffled and being like, what? I did?
I think
So-
your reaction was great. So you get the license, and he's like, "Oh, where are you?" I think he almost gives you like the out of state plates thing first, so before he even
Yeah.
told you, didn't he? Then he's like, "Oh, I
Something.
pulled you over because you rolled through a stop sign." You're like, "Oh, geez," like or something like that. Where it was like sort of incredulous, but sort of like, the fuck. It's like,
Yeah. So he's like, are you from New Jersey? I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, he goes, are you from New Jersey? And I go, well, I live in New Jersey now, but I'm from like Central New York. And he's like, oh, whereabouts? And I go, whereabouts in New Jersey? And he's like, no, whereabouts around here? I go, oh, Auburn. He's like, oh, okay. It's like license registration. I'm like, oh, here you go. And he's like, is this your car? I'm like, yeah, that's what the registration that I just handed you says. But I'm just like, yeah. He goes, all right, hold on. He goes back. I'm like, he's going to write me because he keeps mentioning that out of town thing. I'm like, so I don't remember if you predicted something.
Shit.
I don't remember if you predicted something, but I feel like Jordan actually said Someone said, I don't think he's writing you. And I'm like, he's gonna write me. He's gonna write. Like it was. I had basically accepted
Gonna get a
my
warning.
fate.
Yeah.
And then you could hear some audio. Something was going on. He was talking to his radio in his car. And then he
He's out
gave me
after, like,
my
2
stuff. And he
minutes.
goes,
Yeah. It's too
yeah.
quick.
And he's like, all right. He's like, just stop at stop signs next time. And like we said, he bolted out of there. So maybe I just caught him at a bad time and they called him into something that actually happened. But yeah.
That was on our way back from the casino.
Yes, I had
and the
not
Burger
had
Fix
I
was
had
wrong.
not had any alcohol, which was also a very good thing. So I'm like, all
Since
right,
the
sweet,
morning.
I'm like, no, I didn't drink that morning. Nope.
Nope. Okay. No.
But yeah, that was on the way back from the casino. So it would have been really rough to be like, oh, I went to the casino and then I got pulled over. Oh, good. They already took me for some money. You don't have to take me for money too. It's okay. You
I'm
can
driving
just let me
from a
go.
casino to the bachelor party location, officer. It's
Right.
all on the up and up.
Everything's fine here. But yeah, little casino trip. Not a ton of people wanted to go, but as a man of my word, there was no pressure to make people go. If people didn't want to go, I'm like, okay, then don't go. Do what you want to do to have fun.
That was the vibe. I mean, there was just too many guys to have everybody doing the same thing at once, except for,
Yeah.
again, the King's Cup, which we played pretty much every day that we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the casino, first time there. I live like 25 minutes from it. Kind of a tight little casino. Not as many tables open as you would think. Like,
No.
so you basically have
Not
one amount,
not for a
one minimum
Saturday.
for many games. But we sat at roulette for a while. I know you did some let it ride. I did some let it ride. A bunch of guys did some slots. But a good few hours. Checked out the food court, the hot dogs.
I had never been at a roulette table that it felt like we were at a private party. When like it was just the four of us playing roulette, just
while,
the people
yeah.
in our group. I'm like, this is weird. I'm like, this is kind of neat. But, and then some guy rolled up and made us all look like bitches with the amounts that we
Yeah.
were betting.
Yeah, he came in and was dropping like 200, $300 a bet. Essentially, I was trying to sprinkle my $1 chips to get to 15.
Excuse me.
across it.
I'm gonna bet like a child over here. I'm putting $1 on corners when you're betting $25 on a single number.
And
Thanks.
sure enough, he hit like 3 direct numbers within like 30 minutes. Just like
Not
Like-
even 30. I bet
Yeah.
within five or six spins he hit 3 single numbers, and he would have been up. The math shows he should have been up by about $2,000 after that happened.
And he was. And then he joined my let it ride table later, and I was like, I don't. We're not in the same ballpark, my friend. I don't understand what's happening. I'm milking out these $5 and $10 bets at a time, and just enough. You know, I was up like $20-$30 after a few hours, ready to go. You know the story. I sit down at this little machine. Jordan and I were looking for you guys. There's this one that I don't know. Sometimes you just sit at one, it calls to you. Second spin. Number one, I maxed out bet. I did like the $4 per bet with my 20. I was like, I'll get 5 bets out of this. My second bet, it goes to like the bonus games right out of the way, like 8 free bonus games, and then
As soon as I walk over and look at the screen, it says like
Yeah.
$170 up on the top screen. I'm like, what's going on? And then there's all these other numbers below. I'm like, what's going on? That's right.
Yeah, and the second of 8 bonus games that branches out into it's another 9 spins, and that's where I think I take most of my other winnings. And what's great is because I've never played slots before, not even like fake computer slots. So I don't know. When I walk around, they don't mean anything. They're hieroglyphics. They might as well be. I don't know what I'm looking for. There's like 30 pictures on there. You don't know which way you want them to line up or what you want to come up at all. So as I'm winning, all it's doing is adding up my credits too. And I'm like, I don't even know what these credits are or what they mean. But yeah, within a few minutes, it turned into like 300 and something bucks. And that was like a great way to end the night, to end the casino trip. So I think I'm a slot. I think I probably will never lose at slots. I'm thinking I'm just going to keep going in.
Yeah. No, the
that's
good news is that your success will only increase.
It does make you want to sign up for like the little slots casino that's like 15 minutes from me that my mom and grandmother go to once a month to get the free $25 play card. I think it might be that. Might get that into my life. You know, just go there.
Yeah.
I'll only spend those $25, obviously, nothing more. Just have fun for like half an hour, and that's it. And then I'll go about my business. It'll just be something like that. I won't get addicted to it. Everybody who's listening to this knows I do not have an addictive personality. I don't fixate on things at all. Rarely do I get into anything like that. So it'll be a healthy life balance kind of a thing.
I think so.
And that's my
I
big
think that's
takeaway.
exactly how this turns out, and I'm really excited to revisit it.
Fortunately, the casino is though like if you're really like walking around looking, it's very depressing, and that's what's going to keep me from going back. It's a lot of grinders, a lot of like professional casino goers. I don't mean gamblers. I mean they just like lose lots of their money there constantly, and they're like regulars there. A lot of rascals, a lot of people in bad health, a lot of people with questionable decisions, which you think would be my kind of people, but it's hard. You know, it's a
For
it's a
some
deterrent.
reason, when it's someone else, it actually terrifies me. When it's, I can do that to myself, but I don't like seeing other people do it.
I could do like once a year kind of a thing, maybe. But that's probably where it would be for me. So
Yeah, it's to each their own, but the dabble was enjoyable. Trying to think. Played a game of pool. That game of pool that I played, that was probably the first time I picked up a pool cue in 3-4 years. Probably.
yeah, at least a year for me, probably. Same with darts. I haven't played in a long time.
Cork darts, though, boy, I forget how bad I am at cork darts. Like, I'll take a plastic dartboard at the bar any day, but these were, your grandpa's cork board darts, and they throw differently. But I did play a little Papa Shot. I like to think I did slightly better than what I would have expected me Papa Shotting was.
What's funny is like there was also like bags down there with like pretty solid boards that could have
cornhole.
been used.
There was
Yeah,
a
there was
putting
like
green.
a putting green that went
Yeah.
untouched. There was a sex swing that got barely used,
Barely.
gently used.
Gently used. I mean, we had one guy who had brought an air mattress and said, I'm just going to set up in this secondary living room that's in the basement, and this is going to be my sleeping area. And so he pulled that off.
Have you had to answer any questions about it? Like I don't know, like people asked me questions before, and we'll see after. But I think people expected like rowdy, like stripper behavior, kind of stuff. But it's like it's not our vibe.
A couple of people
so.
at work said, like, how's your PTO? I'm like, fine, leave me alone. But,
Yeah.
um,
You're not
yeah,
allowed
I
to
mean-
ask me that.
but no, it was good. Luckily my drive home was, like I said, efficient. We'll call it. But wound down yesterday, got to sleep at a somewhat decent time, probably anticipating the same, this evening, but I am glad that I did get to the gym today. That was a pretty big win, we'll say. And like I'd mentioned to the group chat yesterday evening, I managed to eat a salad for dinner, which was also like, this is nice. Okay, this is good. I can do that. This is what I needed.
Jordan and I did not. We ordered pizza last night and some breadsticks.
Nice.
It's like we're halfway through. Like I'm very much considering after this Thursday when I get back, like I'm gonna need a break just from whatever this is that I'm doing this week, kind of a thing. I feel like my body's tired and I'm mentally drained, and I'm enjoying it in the moment, but it's definitely taking its toll on me. And so last night we ordered pizza for delivery, obviously, because there's no shape to drive after everything, and it's about 45 minutes. It's like 50 minutes. It's like almost an hour. I'm like, God damn.
Ooh.
Jordan's like, what time is it open until? I was like 8. He's like, it's 8:05. And I was like, something doesn't seem right.
Uh-oh.
So I looked up my order, and I did, like I normally do, place it for pickup. So it's like after, I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
no.
Jesus Christ. I was like, oh, God. So I called them, and they somehow picked up the phone. I was like, there's no way they will. I was like, hey, I have an order for, well, I thought it was delivery, but it's for pickup. Is it still there? And like, Matt? And I was like, yep. Like, yeah, come and get it. And I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe they picked up the phone because they're already closed. I wouldn't have picked up the phone. Fuck that. I would be like, no, sorry.
When they picked up, I'm surprised you didn't say, like, even if you guys are leaving, can you guys just leave it outside for me and I'll come get it? Like,
So we go.
I'm
we
so
drive
sorry.
there, and I get to the door, and it's locked, of course. Like, and I can see people in there through the glass, but they're not looking at me. They're
So
ignoring
you
me.
have to
I
like
don't
knock of
exist. Yeah.
shame.
Well, I was about to, and then delivery guy came back, so I kind of just assaulted him with my quick questioning. But he was cool. Oh, is the front door locked? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'll go get it. I was like, dude, what a cool dude. Because he could have been like, well, better luck next time.
Yeah.
Done one of those.
Sounds like
know?
you were late, and sounds like you're late,
Yeah.
and I'm getting free dinner tonight.
That's just where I was with it. It's just kind of like one of those things. And off for a drive again tomorrow. Got 2-hour trip to Buffalo. Fortunately, with cooperative weather tomorrow, we're gonna hit up the like a pinball arcade pool bar. Fortunately for us, free pinball on Tuesdays. And then just get ready for the game on Wednesday. My birthday. As this comes out, it is my birthday. Happy birthday to me! Thank you in the comment section. Thank you for that. Appreciate that from everybody. 43 years young I am today. Do you believe it?
I do.
I've got to.
I do.
I'll probably dial it back. It's a good week to dial back a lot of the vices. I feel like after this week. It's a good reminder, Do you ever feel that way? I don't know.
You know what? You're going to start 43 off on a better foot.
Not exact. I mean, yeah, I guess
43 in a day. 43 in a day.
Yeah. I just know like my digestive system will need a rest. My liver will need a rest. My back. I mean, those beds, dude. If I had to give a review for that spot, the beds were not great. I slept in a hobbit bed essentially, which is, I mean, perfect for me. I'm not just gonna say it was too small. It was just the right size. But my feet were definitely touching. My head was touching, but not overly comfortable. It was a place to lie your head at night, which is all it could have expected. But I was
Turns out the air mattresses were the correct move.
They were, yeah. And took a spill during one event in the King's Cup where somebody yelled gecko and you had to run to a wall, go flat against it. Tripped over a chair that had dropped. Got a little sore from that. Wounded.
Yeah, bruises happen. Alcohol leads to bruises. It's when alcohol leads to cuts that becomes the real issue.
And we didn't mention that. How'd you like that hot tub? A little outdoor hot tub. It was cold and rainy for most of the time there, but hopping in that hot tub, that's a game changer. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
I've never really been in too many hot tubs.
It was good on Thursday. It got used every day. It got used all 3 days, which was good. But yeah, I mean, I think that stuff at like Airbnbs, that's always a nice add. Because do you need a hot tub? No. But then when it's there and you get in, you decide to like get in there and you do the arms up on the side and you go like, oh, this is nice. I like this. Yeah, I like this.
Very quality of life upgrade. Like I could see having one of those.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Sometimes you can't tell how clean it is. It seems a lot of suds. Like that first night, especially, we probably maxed out the occupancy of the hot tub.
It's all right.
A lot of hot bodies in there. Very sudsy, but man, it's good. Especially you just need a little sweat something out. It was good shit. So well selected. Do you feel good about your selections? You're planning.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of times when I travel, if I travel in a group, a lot of times I am the one that plans. I don't necessarily like it or dislike it. It's just more of like, I don't know, like the collecting money and all of that stuff like that. It gets old. Like you simulated too. It's just another. Just in our
Fantasy football 2.0.
league. Just in our fantasy league. It's the exact same thing. But it I think it went well. So chalk it up as a W.
I do. Time well spent. Yeah. I don't know. What else do you want to go with this? I was like this. If we're gonna not record for 1 week in all of our time we've done this, I was like, this will be the week.
This would be.
We could also just keep it short and sophisticated.
Listen, we just gave people 35 mediocre minutes, and I'm okay with that. You know what? I like to think back to the advice I got during year one, which was your episodes are too long, and that's when our episodes were like 40, 50 minutes long. So, in the spirit of that, 20 to 30 minute concept episodes, I'm okay with ending it.
I am too. You know what? We're finally going to take that feedback to heart. We didn't then, but you know what? It's convenient for us now. So that's mostly what it's about. So we'll see you guys next week. We'll see with some more energy, maybe. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Or whatever. Maybe not.
Go about your day.
Maybe we never come back. Maybe this is the last episode. I don't know.
This is the one. All right, we could do that. Say bye, Jordan.
I don't want to be a 43-year-old podcaster. All right.
No.
I don't want to be a 43-year-old with a podcast.
Oh no. Ew. Oh.
20 years faded like an old arcade screen. Man and jet back where the stories began. Joystick dreams and a pocket full of quarters. Laughing about bets and a taste of disorder. From pixel skies to the vinyl they spun. Movies and memes under the same neon sun. Time hit pause but the jokes never ended. Two old souls with the past still pretending.